How you doing? It is the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, we come to you daily right here, Monday through Fridays. You can meet us on the website at obnradio.com. Of course, our Instagram and Twitter handle is the Mike Prince Show. And the YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. One other thing I want to remind you of is that we're right in the middle of our Listening Partner Drive program. You could become a listening partner, underwriter, or supporter of the programming that we provide here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network by simply going to the website, obnradio.com. Click on the PayPal button, and for 17 cents a day, you could be a listening partner supporter. And without any further ado, we'll jump right into today's episode. Well, as you know, we bring you local high school, local college coverage, and we're mighty proud. We're reaching beyond the boundaries, if you would, of where we first originated. And without any further delay, we're going to now get our football wrap-ups that we cover right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
This is Jim Phillips reporting the game between Waller and Sealy. We spotted them 14 points, could never make it up. Sealy has a very good football team. We did some things good, we did some things bad. I think we're going to get better. I had to give credit to Sealy. They have a very good football team, and we just got to continue to work every day. So, thank you for supporting us.
Yes, this is Coach Hill calling for a recap for the Hempstead versus Academy game from Friday night. We were very fortunate to defend our home field. We won 25-17 against the Academy Bumblebees. Kids, like I said, have been more consistent. I've been challenging them to be more consistent. So that's something, like I said, that I've been keeping on their mind and moving forward, pushing towards district. Our top passer for the night was Troy Gales. He was 3 for 5 for 44 yards, with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Our top rusher for the night was Marvin Lewis. He had 24 total carries for 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, and long with 45 yards. Troy Gales also had a rushing touchdown on the night, carried the ball 7 times for 9 yards. Receiving-wise, in the receiving area, Mr. Terod London had 2 catches for us for 9 yards. Trevon Carter had a big catch for 31 yards. And Kendalen Wilson had a catch for 9 yards. Every week we present the players of the week to our kids in our program. This week the offensive players of the week were Marvin Lewis and Jatarian Holland. Jatarian Holland had a big night for us and really plays at H-back position for us. And a lot of the big plays we had the other night really predicated on his blocking. So he was one of our offensive players of the week. The defensive players of the week for us were Leo Mendoza and Ventralyn Thomas. I think through the 3 games so far, we've had a different set of defensive players every week, and that's just a testament to so many different guys that are contributing for us over there on that side of the ball. Special teams player of the week was actually a new player to our program that moved to us, named Tyrese Norris. Did a great job on that kickoff team, really getting down that field, breaking down, and on what I call hunting the football. So we're really excited about him. Actually made a big play for us on defense as well through the night. Next week we'll travel to Jones Coward Stadium to take on Houston Fur. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff on Friday night. We appreciate everybody that's been supporting us, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday night. Thank you.
This is Dan Carr calling from Lincoln University of Missouri, where the Blue Tigers fell to Wisconsin Oshkosh 17-7 on Saturday. Wisconsin Oshkosh scored first on a 1-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. The Blue Tigers answered in the second quarter with a 2-yard touchdown run of their own, and the score was tied at 7 entering the fourth quarter. The Titans scored on both of their first 2 drives of the final period, however, and ended up winning 17-7. For the Blue Tigers, Hosea Franklin had 116 rushing yards, while Edwin Durasant led the defense with 11 tackles overall, including 3 for loss. This is Dan Cargan with the Blue Tigers.
This is Tara Dreyer, the Sports Information Director with Blinn College Athletics. The number 6 Blinn Buccaneers recorded an 84-12 victory over Resolution Prep Academy on Saturday at Cub Stadium. Quarterback Devon Boyd led the offense with 5 touchdowns after completing 10 of 11 passes for 290 yards. Wide receiver Danny Gray followed with 3 touchdowns after receiving 3 receptions for 136 yards. Jarrett Young led the defense with 7 tackles, while Michael Gayden came up big with 4 sacks for a loss of 69 yards. Next, the Buccaneers will face Trinity Valley on the road. Thank you.
And, of course, you can check out the Blinn Buccaneers right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Also included in our broadcast coverage are the Hempstead Bobcats, the Waller Bulldogs, the Rose Hill Christian Eagles, and so much more when it comes to interviewing local and regional coaches. We're going to pause just for a moment, and we'll be right back with more from the Southwestern Athletic Conference. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Dallas, it's coming. September 29th, history will be made on this date. September 29th in Dallas, Texas only. Multiple concerts.
It only happens once per year.
70,000 people in one location.
Thousands of people.
All-day activities. Don't change this station. Listen for more info.
People are coming from Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, all over the country. Dallas, get ready. The biggest yet. The biggest
one-day event in the state of Texas. And it only happens once per year. This is an event where you can bring your whole family, your friends, your girls, your boys, your crew, an entire day of entertainment. It's happening September 29th, only in Dallas, Texas.
Keep listening for more details for this major event. And most importantly, do not touch your radio dial.
Hello, this is Lonzo Hardy, Vice President of the SWAC Alumni Association. The SWAC Alumni Association is an organization founded in 1999 with the goal of enhancing the great legacy of excellence in the SWAC as well as preserving the athletic heritage of the SWAC. Its membership is open to former athletes as well as current and former coaches, assistant coaches, athletic administrators, referees, employees of conference member institutions, as well as fans of SWAC sports. Individuals interested in gaining membership can contact the organization's president, Roscoe Nance, at 509 Worcester Street in Herndon, Virginia, 20170. Annually, the SWAC Alumni Association holds a Legends Award in which Lifetime Achievement Awards are presented. Occasionally, a legend of the conference is honored in a roast, and annually 1 or 2 former student athletes are presented degree completion scholarship awards. Contact the organization's president, Roscoe Nance, at 509 Worcester Street in Herndon, Virginia, 20170.
Station designed for you and mine. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We come to you each and every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine. Of course, the Panthers will be taking on Pine Bluff, Arkansas this week. And, of course, if you have not heard by now, the Golden Lions were dismantled this past weekend by South Dakota State by the score of 90-6. And at the end of that game in the press conference, South Dakota State coach sent out an apology. But when you hear what Coach Cedric Thomas has to say, you know that he is putting this one in the database for future references.
Oh, I didn't need no, apology. I'm a grown man. And if that's how his team and his philosophy towards football is, I understand totally. It's to each his own. But it's my job to stop them. It's my job to put kids in positions and come up with game plans to make sure that we can stop them from putting points up. It's his job to score and score points And it's my job to get my team in the best position to be successful, to be able to curtail that, and we didn't do a good job of it. I really, at that time I heard it, but I really didn't pay much attention to it. It was just more so, it is what it is. That's back pocket stuff. Like I told the team, we'll put it in our memory bank, and we'll always, keep it dear to who we are, and we'll continue to get better, from it. And as we build this program, I just know, deep down in my core, it'll be something that we'll really sit back, years from now or sometime from now and sit there and say, hey, you remember, we was in this particular situation and it made us better. So, if I'm quite sure when he did apologize, I shook his hand. That's it's part of sportsmanship. Did that, but how much I paid attention to it, I really couldn't tell you. I was just really ready to really get on the plane and head on back and get ready for this week.
And welcome back. I love the fact how Coach Thomas says, hey, I'm a grown man. I don't need no apologies. We're just going to get better. We're going to have to get better and do what needs to be done. Now, of course, if you're Pine Bluff, and in the case if you're Prairie View, you have to put your last week's performance behind you and get focused for the mission at hand. Pine Bluff will be at home. Prairie View will be on their 5th consecutive road game as they'll do battle at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I do believe that Prairie View should have enough in the tank to be able to take care of business, but you also have to remember that it is college football and anything can happen on any given Saturday. We'll see how things continue to unfold. But meanwhile, back to the Golden Lions in their current situation of being defeated 90-6. A lot of people are up in arms right now and discussing on if the Golden Lions and if the Mississippi Valley Devils, for that matter, are carrying their weight as far as representation of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Depending on who you ask, depending on the position that you're coming from. Some could argue for, some could argue against. But the bottom line is this: the institutions, not of just the two I just mentioned, but of all conference participating teams, we all need to put back in to our programs. I do understand that there are financial challenges depending on the state that you're in, depending on the situation that you're in, depending on your enrollment. But for the most part, if we're allotted 63 scholarships, let's reach that standard. Maximize what we have available to us. Sometimes we have to be a little bit creative on how we come up with what we come up with. Legal, but creative. I do understand what it's like being on that bottom tier. Many years of frustration for thy purple and gold. So I'm empathizing on both sides of the fence, if I could. You have to take what you can out of any given situation, make the most out of it, and keep fighting for the next day. Panthers and the Golden Lions doing battle this week. We'll continue to give you interviews, insights, and coverage on the world of HBCU and beyond. I'm out of time right now, so I must exit stage left. I want to remind you that our Twitter and Instagram handles are The Mike Prince Show. The website is obnradio.com. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget to go to the website and become a listening partner today. Until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.